Hey everybody, happy Monday, I hope everybody is having a great start to their week. It is, I don't know about everywhere, but I know in Texas it is just a beautiful, truly gorgeous day out. And I was out for a walk. I just kind of had a slow morning it hasn't been lazy, but it's been just kind of slow, and so I did some things this morning, and then I was like, it's such a beautiful day, I really want to make sure that I go and take a walk and get outside a little bit, and I've spent the entire weekend camping, and so I've been really grounded all weekend, and so trying to kind of keep that grounding and that connection to nature for the rest of the week, and really kind of squeeze every little drop out of it that I can, because I'm in an amazing mood, and so just kind of going with the flow today, and just really enjoying. And I'm in this beautiful pasture. I'm gonna show you the pasture. It's got all these little bluebonnets, and it's really, really quite pretty. I was walking past and I was like, I'm gonna go sit and do a live. And I didn't really have a topic in mind. Not that I ever pre-plan my topics, but I didn't really have a huge topic in mind. And I sat down, and as soon as I sat down, I thought about kind of my weekend and just some of the experiences I've been having recently. And one, I had some amazing, really learning, expansion kind of lessons and things over the weekend while camping. I'm going to put you guys down. I'm going to give you guys we're going to make this work. Okay. I had some really beautiful expansion lessons over the weekend, and just kind of seeing and experiencing and really going with the flow. It was gorgeous. But then I think I mentioned it for a second yesterday in my live. I was driving home from camping, which was about an hour and a half to 2 hours away, with traffic. And when we were getting ready to leave, I ended up leaving my phone. And before we left, I was like, I don't think my phone's in the car. And I didn't listen to myself. I was like, no, you put it in the back of the car. It's just straight back there. You just put all your stuff on top of it. And I was like, no, it's fine. I've got it. I didn't want to also burden everybody and everybody was ready to leave, and so I didn't want to take the time. I was like, no, it's just in the back. It's not, I walked around the campsite. It wasn't there. And so I drove all the way back to Dallas, or to the Plano area, since we weren't that far out of Dallas. And I'm unloading everything, and no phone. And if you've been following me for a little while, I broke my phone 2 or 3 months ago. And so it's a brand new phone. It was a pretty brand new phone. And so, it would not have been super easy to get another one, at this point. And I got there, and I didn't I got home, and I didn't freak out, but I was like I'm gonna have to breathe through this. And I promise I'm getting somewhere with all this long story. And I was breathing through it. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be all right. And so I had to lean into faith of no, my guides have me. I've had an amazing weekend. My vibe is high. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And lean into that faith of no, it's gonna be okay. And it's just a phone. Life was not crumbling around me. So there are much, much bigger things than just losing your cell phone. Okay. So I don't want to sound like some person who's never experienced anything deeper, but it actually reminds me of some times, this summer, there was a point when I was I really had to lean into faith and go no, I trust that I'm going to be okay. I trust that this is all going to work out, and really lean into that feeling and that trust of faith and my guides and my angels and all my belief systems, and God, and I don't care if those aren't your belief systems, but to lean into whatever belief system you've got and know that like you're taken care of. You really are taken care of. And so it reminded me of some of the other times in my life when I've had much, much, much bigger issues going on than just losing a cell phone, and having to kind of lean into faith. But anyway, so I Googled, I used the trusty Google, and I went back down to where we were camping because I found that the phone was there, and I went down, and they're like, no, the phone's not there. The camp rangers are like, no, the phone's not there. We already looked. I was like, please, please, please let me go look. And they allowed me to go look, and I found the phone, and I stayed calm throughout the entire thing. I was just like, it is what it is. Like, there was a reason why I needed to take this drive back. There was a reason why I needed to learn this lesson. And really, I'm coming to believe that, like, the lesson was about, when you feel like you're out of communication, you're never truly out of communication. You are always receiving messages. You are always in communication with the divine. You are never alone. You are never totally disconnected, even if you feel disconnected, because even for those few hours, there is a difference in our lives between those times when we are choosing to disconnect and those times when we go like, well, I'm not sure like those times when we're like, no, I'm putting my phone away, I'm not connecting with anybody, and that's more of a choice point versus when you feel you get this state of like, I don't have a choice here, like I don't have a phone, I can't connect, I can't call anybody. Then you start to feel kind of that internal stuff. And so I think that was one of my messages. I think there were several messages. One of it being just like to lean into faith, to continue to lean into faith. And the funny thing, and the reason why I'm sharing this too, and why it's called, I think I named it Faith, or Phones Faith, and something else. I forgot what else I put in there. But also this level of, throughout the whole drive down there, messages. The whole drive down there, the whole drive back, both driving down there initially, and then both drives to get back, both drives back, all I was seeing was angel numbers. And I was seeing 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I mean, sevens all over the place. And I continue to see sevens all over the place, and 4s and some 8s. And it's been beautiful. It's been really beautiful. But to lean into the messages you are receiving and getting really grounded and getting really present. And that was what this weekend was very helpful for me, to get super present, because when you're camping, you don't have to be present. I could have been on my phone. I could have been really unpresent, but it really was a level of presence. It's commented throughout the entire, it's all about trusting, allowing the process of life, and doing all in good, doing all in joy. Yes, I totally agree, Ken. So yeah, just kind of being in this, I'm gonna hold you guys. So, just in this state of like hearing all these messages and having to be in a state of like, no, like I'm gonna trust all these like angel messages I'm receiving. Even when I was on my walk, I found this beautiful. It's like shoved places where I'm not gonna go reach in right now on camera, but this beautiful white feather. And so it is a beautiful experience, and it just brings so much joy to know that like I am held, I am taken care of, I am always in connection. And I'm telling you all this because the same is true for you. The same is true for you. If you get really present and you look around your life, you're going to start to see the messages that you need to see. You're going to start to know your next right step. You're going to be able to feel it, because if it feels good, if it truly feels good and in alignment with soul, and all that takes is getting really quiet and like closing your eyes and breathing in, and sometimes pausing from the ego, because that's what will kind of lead us astray, but pausing from the ego for a second and just getting really present and really centered within self and seeing like what feels good. Why does it feel good? And sometimes you don't even have to have a why. Sometimes you don't even have to have a why. But to kind of lean into what feels good, what feels right, you will know. We all know the next right step in our lives if only we have the faith to step out there, to know that our path has already been paved, that it's there for us if we only just trust. And then there are messages all over. I mean, we receive messages from the people in our lives, the relationships. There's been times when like somebody will say something to me, like somebody really close to me, and I'm like, you would never say that. That is not something that comes out of your mouth. That is not like a message that usually comes out of your mouth. And I'll be like, that's an interesting message. And they'll be like, yeah, I have no clue what I'm saying, why I'm saying that. I'm just being told. And that's when I know like I'm being spoken to by spirit. Like I said, like I saw a feather. Well, kind of tuning into what I was thinking when I found the feather, you know, I've been in like just this state of joy and just like, not like wild, crazy, like wanting to go and like super energized kind of place even, but just like this like kind of like calm. I don't like the word peace, but like this calm, like just like life feels good. Like things are good. And yeah, I'll have like those fun, like kind of wild and crazy, like run around like a crazy person moments, like those fun, silly, playful moments, but just in this like life feels good right now place. And so seeing all my sevens that just, I mean, are bombarding me, it's actually been funny because I'm like, I know that there is no way that many license plates, that many that are on this drive, like that is a total like baseball bat to the head from spirit of like just being like, we're with you, just be in flow, be in positivity, like stick with this, like we got you, babe, kind of place. And so I really just wanted to share all that and that to say, find your joy, find the feel good, but also lean into the messages. If things aren't feeling good right now, lean into the messages that are around you. And see kind of, even in those frustrating situations, like having to drive 2 hours, you know, 2 hours one way and then 2 hours the other way to get a cell phone, I could have been like, ugh! And actually I wasn't. I was like, okay, like this gives me 2 hours to listen to Spotify and then 2 hours to just be in just like some calm, quiet, and just really tune into self. And so it is your perception and looking at like, there is a reason for everything happening in your life. And so tuning into that as well. So that is my message for this beautiful, beautiful, amazing Monday. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Monday as well. Just side note before I jump off of here, I'm posting it on Facebook. I'm sending newsletters out about it and things like that. But if you are wanting in the DFW area and you are wanting to get on the list to do my workshop with Kendall Williams, Seeing the Other Side, an experiential journey into your sex, it's going to be amazing. It is PG-13, but PG-13 for language because we're going to be us. And so we're not going to like hold our language back, but it's not just about your sex. Our work on our sex is never just about our work on our sex. It is about a growth and expansion, a learning. Our sex is related to everything. And so even though it's got sex in the title, it's not going to be, here's how you do things. And it's all going to be experiential. So it is you doing your work, stepping up, learning yourself at a different level that you have never been able to experience prior. And I know that even my clients, I don't share that I've not done this work with, because this is definitely a workshop type thing. So Kendall and I are bringing together some of our amazing kind of, we'll say secret, hidden techniques and talents. And so don't miss it. And you can find that on my website, addisonbell.net, or just scroll down on my Facebook page if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put the link below. Other than that, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, and I hope you guys do too. And as always, I'm sending you all love, light, and blessings. Let me know what you thought about this. So please like, share, comment. Help me get my message out there. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.